watched some of his videos on stream before, but like I never would have expected him to turn around and do this.
Well, because one is a
which is pretty funny because it happened right after XQC pulled the Hasan bad chord, which is like a classic thing that people do in arguments, is to be like, hey, Ethan, you know your co-host Hasan? Bad. Like, a classic distraction. So for it to come, for Ethan's counter to that to be, hey, look, I went and I've reached out to a content creator who you reacted to, and this is what he had to say. This is what he had to say. It fucking was awesome. Who this Vince Vintage? My friend, you've got a new fan, okay? I don't know who this Vince Vintage. I love seeing big streamers like CSL Misgive Moist Critical react to my videos on stream. Clouding me out for watching my video equals fair exchange. But when a streamer has nothing to say and then re-uploads the reaction on their YouTube channel, that's the problem. Yeah, this is, he already, yeah, this is from, look, this is all the way from September 21st, 2022, like when I fucking watched it. I responded to it. I said that video was fire. But yeah.
I swear to God.
So you went to ask, are you a victim, by the way?
Let me, hold on. This is important. This is important for you to
understand. This was the cook. This was the epic cooking.
And I said, hey, I'm just curious. Did XQC get permission? And I'm going to read you the message he sent me, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
He said, really appreciate you reaching out, Ethan. I've never been contacted by XQC at all for any of my React videos. My personal take is this. I love big streamers watching, like XQC, Hasan, Mizkif, Moist Critical, watching my videos on their stream. It's a big ego boost. But when XQC does it, it's different. When he watches my video, he always re-uploads the whole thing on his YouTube channel with his insightful commentary as, wow, chat, isn't this crazy? Compared to when Hasan watched my stuff, he shouted me out and he says he loves my stuff and he sent a bunch of subscribers to my channel. A fair exchange. Here's a video. He showed me a video of Hasan doing that. And then he said, XQC, he really just steals my shit. Entertains his audience of hundreds of hours I put into my videos while I get just a link in the YouTube. I swear to God.
That coming right like 30 seconds after XQC tried to pull that fast one, the classic like Hasan bad, that was, I never get that. I never get that, dude. I never take accident. Dude, I only catch stray L's. People still say you are the chair streamer even after this clip. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Those people never watch. It doesn't matter. They never watch. They only watch someone else basically clip in a malicious way for the most part, in an identical capacity to XQC trying to do that to Ethan, a fucking random moment, like a sequence of time where like I either had an emergency or some shit like that, which happens, you know what I mean? I can't tell you every single thing that's going on behind the camera, but there are some certain moments where I cannot be on camera, okay? It happens. I usually tell you what I'm doing if I like walk away for a minute and 21 seconds maximum. But ultimately, the people that are constantly saying like, oh, Hasan is a fucking chair reactor. He's a chair reactor. He's a chair reactor. Those people don't watch. They watched a content creator make a YouTube video about how I'm a chair reactor, because if you come in here and see for yourself, you will recognize that that is not the case. So it's just, it is whatever. It is what it is. I can't do anything about it. I can't. My hope always is that hopefully someone that does get brainwashed by those ridiculous memes or whatever, who believes in it in their heart of hearts, is coming in here at least with like a crumb of charitability, and they will recognize that that is not the case. That's it. But I think people don't know we had that psycho chatter that used to time your P's, and they have that spreadsheet. I mean, I have psycho chatters who time my P's still to this day. I don't think they have a spreadsheet anymore, but they still do it. So it doesn't matter. My point is, it doesn't matter. But a lot of those memes have permanence, okay? A lot of those memes become reality. And what ends up happening in that situation is people, if they see you as like someone who's constantly getting in hot water by freaks. It doesn't matter if the people that are yelling at you are like literally mentally ill. They just see the toxicity. There's an air of toxicity around you. And that's not really good for any kind of content creation, where you don't want that toxicity to seep out to others that are in your orbit. That's why I always am very careful with who I have on my stream, things of that nature. And what I was trying to say is the reason why this was so like such a wonderful change of pace for me is that clearly I have a lot of friends in YouTube, right? I have a lot of friends who make YouTube content, and I talk to them all the time. I make YouTube content as well. I want to make sure that this is as not shitty for other content creators as possible. Okay? I don't want to harm other people. And harm might happen unintentionally in this structure that we have. So basically, harm might happen unintentionally in the structure that we currently have, in the way that we make content, especially on Twitch. That I try to minimize that as best as possible, but people still never really. People don't usually come out and say like, no, Hasan is good. Like, Hasan is good actually. You know what I mean? They don't. They don't say that because they know that if they say that, in a lot of instances, the toxicity will go after them. It's a risk to put yourself out there. It shouldn't be that way, but it is. Yeah, then they use that toxicity to isolate you. Yeah, it's a deliberate attempt. It's a deliberate attempt to do that, to create an island for someone like myself. Are you gonna cry? Yeah, dude, I'm gonna cry. Tears of joy, really. So that's why I usually catch stray L's. But this was a situation. This was a situation where it was a stray W, which I loved. Haas, this should be such an easy layup for you. It's a labor issue. A big streamer rich off the back of small content creator, but you are being so goddamn obtuse. Oh, I think a lot of people that are watching the YouTube content don't necessarily understand how YouTube content works, which is why there is a more nuanced conversation to have in this situation. That's the problem. Because when you're a YouTuber, your entire job, your goal is to get maximum amounts of fucking eyeballs.
You got me addicted. I'm hanging on your lips. I don't wanna quit us. We trip too good on this. Oh, I got you under my skin. Shifting tides until I let you in. You are messing with my head, and I'll keep dancing on
your content, because YouTubers make money off of those eyeballs. If those eyeballs are being displaced, as is the case that some YouTubers do, okay, as is the case that some YouTubers make, then that's not good. But if the eyeballs are being displaced minorly on Twitch, but then it pays back in dividends for the content creator that you're watching, okay, for the content creator that you are watching on your Twitch stream, then yes, of course, that's a good exchange. That is a good thing for YouTubers. We watched so many YouTube videos about Ludwig creating a YouTube channel out of nothing and then actually making a video that got thousands of views simply by getting a Twitch streamer like Miskiff to react to it. It is absolutely a successful method. There are hundreds of content creators at this point that my community has become longtime fans of. Content creators that I also have on my stream, whose YouTube videos I watch on a daily basis, that are great. They don't have an issue with it. So it's weird that to have such a cut and dry, black and white approach to the subject, but there are best practices that everyone should adopt. You know, it's not up to who is stolen from to address this. Big streamers like you and XQC have a responsibility to be more responsible. Come on, brother. Okay, I've addressed this so many times, chatter. I think you can watch my other videos on this. I think there's like multiple videos on this that I've covered on my YouTube page. You can go and check that out. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not going to rehash this issue more and more. People see exposure and assume it's bad in the same way as it is when people are paid for art and exposure, but it's a different ballgame. Exactly. Like, this person is not coming in here to have a well thought out discussion. They're just in here to duke it out. They want to argue. They want to debate. It's derailing the content, which is why I'm going to give you a day off. Okay? And we're going to move on. Because I'm not the one being obtuse. You are the one being obtuse. Ironically.
Corey, where is Corey?
Anyway, yeah. People will stop dragging you into this if you just pause the video when you walk away or go pee. Simple, man. I don't know why you won't do this. I'm going to give you a day off as well. I saw you earlier that you were trying to get my attention. The reason why I'm giving you a day off is because that is not true. The reason, if that was the case, then people wouldn't say I'm a chair streamer or a react streamer. You're not right. It does not matter. The overwhelming majority of those people are never going to watch me. It doesn't matter. They're never going to watch. They already do that. I already have changed the way that I do it. Okay? The way that I make content. They don't actually care. So why are you behaving like a fool? Why are you getting fooled by these people who don't actually care? This is a damn near identical structure to when someone whose name is like Groiped Up Himmler's Dick 1488 will make a tweet about how racist I am or something. And then you come in here and you go, I'm really concerned. A lot of people have legitimate concern about your racism, Hasan. Look at this guy. Himmler's Titty 1488 says that you're actually, anti-white racist. Why do you continue doing anti-white racism? If I were to consistently try and address that, I would not be able to make any content whatsoever. So please exercise a little bit of critical thinking, okay? And make up your own mind and understand. Make up your own mind and understand that those people are gearing you in a way so you come in here and say this so then I, give you some time off so that one, you develop a little bit of resentment towards me, and two, then they can clip it and post it on Twitter and be like, look how fucking much of an echo chamber Hasan is creating.